Tactical Command, this is SORT. We are on final approach. On final.
Welcome to the State Police exhibit, specifically the Special Operations Response Team Rappelling demonstration. I'd like to draw your attention to the middle room, where I'd like to introduce today's host, Sergeant Eric Ozzy Osborne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 of the great New York State Fair. We are SORT. SORT is the tactical element or SWAT team for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations that you would expect a typical SWAT team to conduct, such as high-risk felony warrants, drug raids, dignitary protection, barricaded subjects, hostage situations. However, we also do a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily expect out of a SWAT team, to include search and rescue. Included in that is also high angle rappelling and rope rescue. What we have for you today is what I hope will be a display of prowess on the ropes. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. All right, folks, while they're going up, I'll tell a little bit about the history of our team. Back in 1980, New York State hosted the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York. Well, that was obviously a huge honor. It's also a huge responsibility. The terrorist attacks and subsequent massacre of 1972 in Munich weighed heavily on everyone's minds. The New York State Police wanted a team that would be capable of handling a terrorist threat. So they took firearms instructors, many of whom had military experience, sent them to the FBI to be trained in counterterrorism tactics. They were called the Mobile Response Team. Since then, our team has undergone several evolutions. In 2008, we changed our name to the Special Operations Response Team and became full-time. None of our guys work the road anymore. We have 5 regional teams spread out throughout the state. Each team's responsible for maintaining its team equipment, such as that big Bearcat over there, the big armored vehicle on the lawn, all the way down to our individual equipment, including our climbing harnesses. On the front of each guy's harness, you're going to see a piece of equipment. It's called the figure 8. It's how we control our descent. We feed the rope through this, and as we go ahead and open up our hand, allow the rope to freely flow through, that's what we call letting her eat. That's when we let gravity do its job. When we bring it down and pinch it on our hip, that puts friction on the device, slowing and eventually stopping it. Telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So if you look up top, we've got Brandon and Rob, who are going to come on down and demonstrate. All right, you saw them come down there, kept that brake hand, feathered the brake, nice and smooth, and they landed nice and soft. However, sometimes as the fair goes on, we like to entertain ourselves by coming down a little bit faster. Open that hand up a little bit wider, really let her eat. You'll see these ropes develop loops throughout the course of the show. One of those loops hits your hands, it can pop out. You lose your brakes on a thruway, that's a bad day on the road, right? You lose our brakes up there, it's a bad day on the road. But that's why we got Cliff here. Cliff's not trying to be rude. He's not trying to show you his back or showcase his ample lats and traps. All that work's paying off, Stiff. He has a very important, if not all that glamorous job. He's our rope safety or belayman. So if one of these guys is coming down and they lose their brake, what Cliff's going to do is pull on that rope, applying even pressure, putting friction on the device, and hopefully stopping our guy. But again, telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So to demonstrate, one of these guys is going to help me out. They're going to take a few steps back, they're going to get a running start, and they're going to jump off that roof with no hands on the rope. They're going to come hurtling towards Earth at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second, until at the very last moment, Sergeant Wood, if he is so able and so inclined, will use his cat-like reflexes and raw power to engage the belay, stopping that operator mere inches away from certain death or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your hose seats. You're only gonna need the edge. This is gonna be awesome. Yeah! So who's doing it? Oh, come on, guys. You're supposed to pick it up ahead of time, figure this out, huh? Who's doing it? The puppy? The canine guys got their puppies out? Brandon loves puppies. Hey, Rob, what are you doing? Oh, looks like Brandon volunteered. Brandon, thanks for volunteering. Let's hear it for Brandon. He's a very brave guy. Good for Brandon. Nice work. All right, folks, so like I said, Brandon's going to back up. He's going to get a running start. He's going to jump off with no hands. And we're going to pull the belay, and he's going to stop right before it hits the ground. It's going to be awesome. All right? Ready, folks? You ready, Brando? 1, 2, what? Yeah, that's not Cliff. Excuse me a minute, folks. I apologize. Hey, buddy, how you doing today? You, the guy with the rope. What's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb. All right, Caleb. And what's your name? Caleb and Wyatt. You guys are a team, huh? All right. Did he tell you what to do?
Yes. Pull on the rope.
Pull on the rope. Did he tell you when? All right. Look, at some point, on the second or third bounce, at some point, just pull on that rope, and that'll stop him. Guaranteed, he's going to stop falling eventually, right? So, Brando, they've been briefed. They're a team. Caleb and Wyatt look wicked strong, and they are ready. Are you ready, Brando? He doesn't look convinced.
Power.
He is supposed to be in charge. He's the safety. That's the type of show we're running. All right, folks, again, I apologize. Dead air is just, it's death to any kind of show. I apologize. Just give me a second to talk to my colleague. Hey, Cliff, between you and me, I don't care how this goes. I know you don't care.
I can hear you.
I know you're not going to be here forever. We'll all expect, got to train somebody, train your replacement. Here's the deal, though. If Caleb and Wyatt's hands are on that rope, and Brando burns into this sweet AstroTurf, our fair days are over. We only had one day. I haven't hit dinosaur yet. It's back to meth labs and crack houses, dude. Dude, on the rope, please. I'm asking, please. All right, looks like Cliff's back on the rope, and it looks like he's got backup. He's got a backup team. Let's hear it for him. Brando, you good now? Folks, let's give a little encouragement, maybe a little music. Folks, help me count them up. We'll count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Nice job, guys. And now they're not letting them down. Now they're in charge. Let's hear it for our beloved Caleb and Wyatt, guys.
Caleb, give me a high five.
Those of you that are veterans this show know we try to get them a little closer every show. Come back Labor Day to be real nail biter.
Did you even think it was me?
All right, folks, you can see you can end up in some weird positions here. As long as when you're coming down, no matter what gravity's doing, if you don't panic, as long as you maintain that brake hand, you're not going to fall to the ground. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Ryan and Cole who are going to come down and demonstrate. See, they came down feathery smooth in that standard seated hip rappel. But now they're going to go ahead and transition that brake hand from their right to their left. This is going to allow them to go ahead and invert. So now even though they're upside down, as long as they maintain that newfound brake hand, they're not going to smash face first in this beautiful launch. This is called the commando crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they get there. Now once they've gone far enough and they feel they've seen all they need to see, they can go ahead and revert. Reassume that brake hand and come on down. Completing the superhero landing. Ladies and gentlemen, the invert. This is some background. We did recruit these guys to the team directly from a synchronized swimming academy. All those hours in the pool have really paid off. All right, folks. Climbing's inherently dangerous. We've showed you some of the safety we have in place, but sometimes we have to go get people. Sometimes people underestimate the height of a slope, they run out of rope, or they'll get injured or in a position where they can go neither up nor down. We have to have the means to go and rescue them. Ladders aren't necessarily going to reach up high enough, and helicopters can be counterproductive. Those rotors don't do our ropes any favors. So, we have to have a way to go get them. So to start this demonstration, we're going to have Brandon come on down. Brandon's working his way down some sheer face in the Adirondacks, so it's half Ithaca because it is gorgeous. He gets to a spot he wants to be for a while. He's going to go ahead and take that rope, wrap it around his ankle, not once, not twice, but thrice. This is a tie-off. After he's tied off, he can go hands-free. He can invert. He can literally and figuratively hang out. But say he's up there taking some pictures of wildlife or perhaps doing a watercolor, whatever floats his boat, and a rock kicks loose and hits him in the head. It is windy. Quit pre-excusing. Oh! Rocks from everywhere, every which angle. Got you with both of them. All right, so now Brandon's been knocked unconscious, but we can't leave Brandon up there. Got a lot of time and money invested in him, and he's my boy. I love him. So if you look all the way up top, we got Rob. Rob's going to work his way down. He's going to latch his hands onto Brandon, and he's going to bring him to safety. Come on down, Rob. Yeah, all right. Now, the dog guys use this song already, huh? You're not digging it. Brian, our tactical diva's not feeling this. You want something? What do you want? You want something more manly. Give him something a little more manly. I knew that'd get him. He loves this one. The Weather Girls, totally underrated band. As Rob comes down, you're going to notice he has a different piece of equipment on the front of his harness. He does not have a figure eight, he has what's called a brake bar rack. The brake bar rack is going to allow Rob to take additional weight onto his system. In this case, that additional weight is going to be branded. But before Rob does anything, he's got to perform a tie-off, lest he fall to the ground and become another casualty in need of rescue. After he's tied off, he reaches for that blue strap on his left side. That's called a pick-off strap, and it's designed specifically for rope rescue applications. Now he'll perform a partial inversion and use that impressive wingspan to go ahead and hook into Brandon's setup. Once he's hooked and locked into Brandon, he can use those massive biceps that he somehow packs into a medium t-shirt to pull Brandon up to him. There we go. You can see how Brandon instinctively reaches for his hips and legs. We're a very tight-knit team at this point. We ask no photos be taken. Thank you. In this operation, the sequence of events is crucial. Hopefully, Rob's performed every step in the proper sequence, and he'll be able to free Brandon from his line. Once he's freed all of Brandon's weight from the line, you can see it's gone slack. He has to secure his equipment as well, because that could be a drop hazard to people below. He's all the way off his line, and now Rob will undo his tie-off and hopefully lower him and Brandon safely to the ground. So if he got it wrong, I think Rob will be okay, but Brandon's fare will be ruined. So I think he nailed it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick-off. All right, folks. We showed you basic rappelling. We showed you the safety measures that we have in place. We showed you a small percentage of the rescue tactics and the rescue operations that we can perform. However, there's also a tactical application to the rope work we're doing here today. Say, for example, there's a bad guy creeping around these fairgrounds. He grabs up a kid, he runs up into this building, and he barricades the door shut. That's a horrible choice of location on his part, but I digress. Now he's got that door barricaded, and he feels real confident that we're not going to be able to breach it. Unfortunately for that bad guy, the Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We can come in through the window. But we don't do it alone. Anytime we roll out, troopers are already on scene, crisis negotiators, all different specialty units. We poke fun back and forth quite a bit, but we do rely on each other. You've seen this drone flying around the entire time. That's being operated by K9 Man and K9 Ada's handler, Trooper Mark Bender. He gives us real-time intel into those windows and can tell us what's going on with that bad guy and his hostage. However, anytime we deal with technology, we trust, but we verify. Human eyes are always going to tell the real story. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Ryan. Looks like we're ready for him to come down and run the recon. Ryan lands nice and softly on that roof so as not to alert the bad guy to his presence. Rand transitions right into that commando crawl. He gets eyes in that top window. Whoa, that is not our target. Sorry, lady. I told you I meant my first window, not your first. Oh, she's had a change of heart. You do need help. Uh-oh. She's handsy and aggressive. Get out, call her. No, swipe left. Get out of there, Ryan. My man is in danger. He's got eyes in the bottom, and he's confirmed that's our actual target. So he has eyes there, and he's reaching up on the back of his harness, and he's grabbing a canister. That's a noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashbang. It emits a bright light and loud noise, which distracts and disorients the bad guy so he can seize initiative. Looks like he's ready to deploy the bank, and we're ready for Cole to come down and effect the rescue. Cole's in the window. There appears to be a tussle of some sort, an old-timey boxing match. Give a left and a right and another left, an uppercut. The pile driver, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, folks. I am so, please don't clap for that. I am sorry you had to witness that egregious violation of New York State Police policy and procedures. No. Cole, you cannot throw a pedophile out of a second-story window. No. The manual clearly states it must be the 3rd floor or higher. 2nd floor doesn't get it done. You know what I'm saying? No, you know the rules. It's hard to count. You're upside down. Don't worry about it. Hey, it's important part. How's Timmy? Is he okay? Yeah, Timmy. Timmy's okay. He's missing a sock, but he's okay. Another save for Cole. And Tommy's there too. We didn't know Tommy was there. Oh, a double save for Cole. That's fantastic. Nice work. And Theodore's there. The whole gang. Another hat trick for Cole Sheba. It never gets old. All right, folks, let's hear it for Cole in the save. Folks, thanks for coming out. We enjoy this so much. This represents a nice break for us. This is 2 weeks out of our year where we get to interact with you good people, have some fun on this awesome tower. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business that we're involved in. If you look up on that roof line, we've got 4 sets of numbers. Those 4 sets of numbers are shield numbers for Michael Strank, Ross Riley, David Brinkerhoff, and Joseph Longobardo. Those 4 men were operators on our team who died in the line of duty. Those men gave their lives in the service of the people of the state of New York, and we think it's those guys that deserve the real round of applause today. Folks, you have been an awesome crowd. Thanks a lot for coming out. Feel free to come forward after the show. We've got stickers for the kids. We can answer questions, pose for pictures, tasteful of course. You've got the PBA over here and the Trooper Foundation over there. You get all your state police swag. And hit the State Police Museum. There's some real cool stuff in there. Thanks again for coming and enjoy the rest of your day at the great New York State Fair.